Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you had a good weekend. It's September 19th, Monday. Stock market kind of choppy, kind of flat. Waiting on Powell on Wednesday. GME. We're in the SLD period. Potential for big ups this week. Sub up, like up, comment down. Happy Money sticks around. We have a Twitter you can follow us on at Happy Money YT, as well as a Discord server. Link for those are in the description. Yeah, not a whole lot going on today in the market. Kind of just a bit of chop, I think, waiting for Powell. 75 basis points I think is highest probability. 100 is still there, but I think it's a lower probability still at this point. He comes in on Wednesday. I think the FOMC minutes release is at 2, and then he talks at 2:30 maybe. So yeah, SPY kind of setting up this RSI divergence. We'll see if it continues. I went long on futures on micro S&P 500 futures contract. So we'll see. I might close it out before Powell on Wednesday, just because that could honestly be a top for a while. But that said, yeah, this daily RSI divergence is kind of setting up today. If today closes up this high, and yeah, that should be good. Hourly on the shorter term, we have cross bullish, green over the 9 moving average, bullish MACD down here. Yeah, I actually got shaken out of a future earlier. Got in it and I got out of it, and then I got back in it. Sort of the same thing with GME. It's one of those choppy days, just better not to even trade. So my weeklies actually, I played it smart in the beginning of the day. I had weeklies on GME, and I closed those like right here. Where was it? Somewhere. Oh, here on this engulfing candle. The contract actually didn't really gain value from here to here, to be honest. It went up like $2 more, I think. So, yeah, that was basically a good top tick. But then came back down to VWAP, and I'm like, well, it looks like it's just kind of a slow, low volume SLD melt up. So I got into called debit spreads that were weeklies, and then it just dumped. Kind of an aggressive dump for an SLD. It was following SPY more or less, just kind of exaggerated the move to the downside right here on SPY. GME did. And then SPY kind of held up better throughout the day, and GME kind of kept falling after that. So CNS closed at 3. Started seeing a little move on GME before SPY. Now SPY is starting to move. So GME will probably come back up to 28 or so around VWAP. Max Pain did move down on GME from 30 down to 29, which is kind of interesting. Last week it was at 30 all week. Another thing that's kind of peculiar is hasn't been moving with AMC or BBBY. It was much more bullish this morning, and these both were just kind of dead. So once GME starts to really run, we really start to see volume, I expect AMC and BBY to probably grab onto that momentum and end up being our anchors. But I think BBY might be on that also. Might have a couple anchors for GME on this rally. So yeah, we still have bullish MACD on the daily, green over the 9. Everything looks good. Volume still low. I'd like to see it increase from yesterday. It doesn't look like it will. Or Friday. It was 4.6 million on Friday. Today's 2.7. So yeah, that's really low actually. So we could get a burst of volume in the last 15 minutes here that we have to go, which would be helpful. The borrow fee hasn't gone up either, so try not to get too excited on any runs yet until we have a higher borrow fee and some more volume. This could be a trough period before new lows, or this could be the beginning setup before a rally. Price action looks pretty similar to even right here for that. And so yeah, where are we in this cycle? Are we here, or are we here, or are we here? So I think we could be any of those places, honestly. Could have a little rally this week up to 30 like we did here, and then new lows, or we're gonna just see a little quick double bottom or kind of a melt up into SLD. Tomorrow, the next 2 or 3 days could be big, and we could be testing 35, 40 even. So we'll see. Waiting on those indicators though, and that's basically all we can do. BPY kind of making a little move here towards the end of the day, which is good. My short puts on there aren't liking this BPY stuff. I didn't do a whole lot of trading today. Did more than I even should have. New IPOs coming out. Waiting on some buying power to get into those. And yeah, actually I think we have one that's releasing tomorrow, maybe? No, 2 days. So we have a couple in 2 days. On Weeble there. And then our short puts, my 9.5 short puts on BBBY. Kind of far out of the money. I looked at rolling them today just to see what I could do, and I'd have to roll out like a month to really drop down the strike very significant. So I'll just kind of leave it. Maybe it'll be above 9.5 by end of week. And then if this GME short puts pretty far out of the money at this point, 26.5, should be all right. But I guess I'll roll if I have to. I might even roll up if GME starts to see volume and stuff, or just close it and get into the shares. And then same thing over here. Both those short puts, or no, I guess these are just shares. Yeah. And then trades on here. Made a couple trades actually. So here's the calls I sold in the morning. I don't know, 20% gain or something. And then I jumped into call debit spreads, which are now down like 40%. Good timing. But since they are debit spreads, they'll move a little better than just naked calls. 39% there, so not bad. 31.40. This is a very bullish case scenario for this week on GME, basically saying it's going to get up to 40 by end of week. So it'd be nice little gainer if it did. Not certain of that, but wanted more exposure. Oh, what was it? Rumble de-SPAC today, and has had quite a stellar day, up 35%. Been watching this a lot today. It was setting up a daily RSI divergence up here though, so today might be the final day of this move, because this will be the third. Actually, is this the fourth? Yeah, this will be the fourth RSI divergence. Wow, that's pretty significant on a daily time frame especially. So just seeing each RSI peak coming down while each peak of the price action went up. So I don't think this will continue, honestly. I think probably pretty big pullback before anything crazy on that. I did open up a play on Box D. This one has definitely been known to run. Good volume yesterday. We do have this RSI divergence down here on the daily time frame. Lower lows in the price action, higher lows on the RSI. MACD is bullish. Is it over any moving averages? No, it's not over the moving average yet. But today's a pretty solid day on up 6%. And this one, I mean, if this one goes crazy, maybe it could be crazy. I've not played this one a whole lot. I've just watched it more or less. Usually on ones this cheap, I like to just play shares because the options aren't really worth it, but I actually got options on it this time. I got the October, just the next expiration October monthly contracts. I got the $1 strike. I think I got 7 of them. So we'll see how that goes. And then I also got pins. Pins was making a move today. I guess there were some big block trades on it. And you saw some volume spikes right here. Wish I got in before that, but I was already looking at pins. Setting up nice bullish, a lot of bullish formations going on. Looks like a nice accumulation phase down here, I would say. And then we've got a lot of wedges and stuff it's breaking out of. Let's see, we've got head and shoulders bottom there. That's a pretty longer time frame one. That gives it a price target. Not a huge move, but pins can move huge, so could be much bigger than that. And then we've got this wedge it kind of broke out of right here. So looking good. I think on the longer time frame, more macro, the market doesn't just dump, which it probably will. This is very bullish. If you wanted to own pins long term, this would probably be a good time to scale in. Yeah, basically found this support nicely. I've thought about getting long term. I'm steady as she goes on buying into stuff long term with where the market conditions are at presently. Yeah, those are the trades. Not a whole lot. Pretty mellow. Trying to suppress my mouse finger from making trades when it's choppy and just not a good trade environment. Oh, and then yeah, well, our future that we jumped in and out of. Yeah, it's up a little bit now. So there's a micro future. I think 3,900 in collateral or margin it takes. And then this is basically how it moves. So up 0.21% and it's $40 gainer. So on a pretty big move on this, on the SPY or S&P, it could work well. There's not premium on it, which is nice. There's not like, you're not watching a bunch of theta decay, which I guess you don't really see a whole lot on SPY anyways, because Ivy never gets crazy, but yeah, we'll see. Oh, there we go. So it broke out, SPY broke out of that high from earlier. Looks like it's filling in this gap. And then it's got another gap up at here, 409. So if Powell says 75 basis points, the market might rally off of that, honestly. If he says 100, probably come down, and it could even come down to 75. But yeah, that's not till Wednesday. So I first got in this future back here when we broke this high, and then it kind of started coming down. I was like, I'm just going to trim it, scale out of it, or dump it, basically. I was down just a little bit, and then got back in once we broke back bullish up here and broke this high. So looks like this time it probably hold. But I've got till December on it, so a ton of time. But yeah, it's quite a bit of leverage. It's like it's like a bunch of, basically a bunch of call options in just one single order. Crazy. Yeah, that's what I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on Discord. Peace out.